Hi everyone, it's Jackie, and I want to do a short presentation on formatting the papers that you're going to turn in. I've been noticing some strange formatting going on, and I wanted to make sure that you knew how to do the formatting that I've been asking you to do. Having your paper look its best for your instructor is really important, and when the instructor asks you for a particular format, a particular font, you want to pay attention to that and use the computer to help you do this in an easy way. One of the things that I've asked you to do for our class is to make sure that you have your name and the class and the date on your paper, and to also give it a title that helps me to know what paper we're talking about. So one of the first things I want to do on this paper here is to put my name on it. By the way, you might notice that you can't understand any of the words that are written here. That's okay. You're not supposed to understand. It's just kind of a made-up language that we can use to work on formatting our work. So I'm going to go ahead and add my name here. Oops. Looks like I need to capitalize my last name. Okay. Then the class is ESL 098, and the date is 10/21/08. We'll do 2 spaces. And the title of this one is Reaction, I'm having trouble spelling, Reaction number 20. I'm having trouble typing. Reaction number 20. And it's called Lorem Ipsum. Okay. And now I can see that I have a little bit of a problem. Notice the amount of space between my name and the class and the date, and also this space in here before the title and then after the title. Hopefully you'll remember that I have asked you to use double spacing in this particular paper. I've also asked you to use Times New Roman, Calibri, or Trebuchet with the font size of no larger than 12. So I want to show you how to make these changes, but first we'll need to get on the correct tab. And the correct tab is Home. Here we can change the way the fonts look using the font dialog box. We can also change the way the paragraphs look. This allows us to do line spacing as well. Okay, so I want to point something else out really quickly too, and that's that this paper is justified. The center section Justify here shows that the text stretches all the way across, and on both sides everything is even. I really don't like that. That kind of text alignment bothers my eyes. So I prefer everything to be text align left. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. But first, let's fix the spacing here. For your name and the class and the date and the title, all of that spacing can be single spaced. So we're going to go up here and change it to 1 space. Notice how it looks like nothing changed at all. So we need to go back up here again, go down to line spacing options, and see something interesting. Here, after every time you hit the enter button, it changes to 10.5 points. We want to take that to 0. That's better. That's what I want to see. Then I'll do an extra space in here. For the title, I would like to center that, so I'm going to select it, and then just go right up to the center button. There we go. And notice that this text right here is all justified. I'd like to go ahead and move it to ragged. It looks the same, but it's actually a difference that the computer knows about, but yet your eyes can't see right now. Pretty quickly here, I want to go ahead and select all of this, and I want to change it to text align left. Notice that it looks pretty different. It looks ragged on the side. That's fine. That's much easier to read because the spaces inside are even. Now one of the things we want to do is change it to Times New Roman. And we want to change the entire document to Times New Roman 12. So what we're going to do is go Control, Actually, first let me show you something. If I click inside of it so that you can see it, you can see that the font is Inherit and the size is 8.5. Number one, it's the wrong font. I don't want that. And number two, it's way too small. My eyes are old, and so I want the 12, but I'm not so old that I want a 14. So I just want the 12. We want to change the whole document so that the font matches throughout the entire document. So to select the whole document, just on your keyboard, hit Control A, and it chooses the whole, selects the entire page. Then we'll use a drop-down menu, and we'll go down till we find New Roman. Notice that every time you look at something, it changes. And look, Algerian, yeah, that's kind of pretty, I guess. And so is Baskerville Old Face, and also Bell MT. But I don't care. I want Times New Roman. So select that. And with the whole document still selected, just do the down menu by the size and click on 14. I'm sorry. Click on 12. It looks like I need a capital L there for my title. Okay. That didn't work either. Okay, so now I can see this document. It's Times New Roman. It's size 12. The spacing is exactly the way that it should be. It looks like here. But not here. I still don't have double spacing. One of the other things I want you to do, besides double spacing, is indent the first word of each paragraph. So I'm going to take care of that real quick here. Oops. Great. Okay. And we're going to get rid of this extra space, you'll see. So we're going to select all this now, because we want the body of the paper to be double spaced. So after we've selected it, we'll go back up to the line spacing button and just click on 2. Now an additional job to do, the line spacing options. Again, 10.5, don't want that. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I want you to watch what happens right here when I hit that button. All of a sudden that space disappears. And now everything is evenly spaced. It's double spaced. It has the correct font, Times New Roman, size 12. The name is over here against the left-hand side of the page. The title is centered. And notice that it has a name that helps me, as the teacher, to recognize exactly which file this is. That way I can keep track of the number of papers that you've turned in. Final thing here is we're going to save it. And you also need to save it with the file name that I can recognize. That was Jackie Reaction Paper 20, so I think I'm just going to name it Jackie 20. And there it is. Oops. I'm going to replace existing file and say OK. Now this file is ready to send to me as the teacher. It has the correct name. It has the correct formatting. It has the correct size. It has the right margins. And it looks pretty. Doesn't it look pretty? Anyway, that's it for the tutorial for formatting your paper correctly. If you have any questions about how to do any of this, please ask. I'm more than happy to help you learn how to do it. It's important for your papers to look nice when you turn it in. It makes it easier to read, and a happy teacher is always better than an unhappy teacher.